All right, cuties, let's go ahead and get into this breaking news. It looks like Justin Combs may be following in his dad's footsteps. Unfortunately, breaking news that a lawsuit was filed yesterday against Justin Combs and two new cases against Diddy. Now, we know that the case is ending soon. Diddy's case that he's currently on trial for should have a verdict by, I'm saying, next week. I doubt if the jury will come back on Friday with a verdict. We shall see. But they are lining him up for more. But let's get into this Justin piece first. Tony Busby, the lawyer that's just against the black man child, has announced that he filed three cases against Sean P. Diddy Combs yesterday in the Los Angeles Superior Court. And he said that these three are of a number of cases that will be filed in this venue. Now, Tony Busby at one time had over 100 cases. He tried to file some in New York, and they let him know. I guess he wasn't even allowed to file cases in New York. So that was all thrown out. He's moved it to LA. And he said the first case is on behalf of a 25-year-old professional from New York. She is a college graduate and works in the creative media space. Her case alleges that in 2017, Justin Combs lured her to LA under false pretenses of making connections in the entertainment and media industry. Instead, once there, she claimed she was trapped, drugged, held powerless, and raped. Now, this is all alleged. This is all alleged. But that's what he's saying. He goes on to say the lawsuit maintains that for days she couldn't escape. She was allegedly raped repeatedly by Combs, meaning Justin, and his crew. The second and third cases are filed on behalf of two male victims. And these are the two cases when it comes to Diddy. Both were invited to a LA Diddy party. Both were allegedly drugged and assaulted while there. One victim was allegedly assaulted by Combs himself. The other was allegedly assaulted as Combs watched, encouraged, and directed the activities. The specific facts are laid out in the public filings. Busby said they look forward to pursuing these cases and stand proud to represent the alleged victims in these matters. Let's see. He goes on to say they received multiple press calls about the criminal case. They have generally explained that the case being made by the prosecution is different from the civil claims they have alleged, although the facts are strikingly similar. Bugsby said they will continue to watch the criminal process unfold. What do you guys think? What do you think? They are continuing to line Diddy up. This is crazy. And I don't know if you guys know, but there was also a young lady that spoke out against Christian um, Combs and alleged that she was a part of the crew on a yacht, and she stated that he essayed her as well. Not sure what's going on with that case. I haven't heard anything about that recently. I'm not sure if she settled or what, but around the time, excuse me, when Cassie came out, that's when that claim came out. Did Diddy set his sons up for failure? If this is true, if this is true, did he have his sons fall and walk in his shoes per se and not in the right way? I don't know. If this is true, that's what is giving to me. Let's go ahead and get into some more breaking news. This morning, it says that Diddy's trial prosecutors are no longer planning to proceed on attempting kidnapping, attempted arson, or aiding and abetting ex trafficking claims for racketeering conspiracy charged against Diddy. So, prosecutors issued a letter to the judge on Tuesday stating that they want to streamline instruction for the jury as deliberations are expected to begin soon. They stated they are no longer planning to proceed on the following claims, the ones that I just mentioned: attempting kidnapping, attempted arson, and aiding and abetting ex trafficking as a liability. Now, for me, I don't know if that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Because you presented all of that information in front of the jury. And now at the end of the case, you're saying that you're no longer pursuing that. That's a little odd to me. Here is the official docket. Again, everything that I'm saying is alleged. But Megan Cuniff, if you guys are not following her on YouTube, you should be. She's been out here for years. She was involved in the Tory Lanez case and any major case. And she tweeted this. And again, shout out to the Jasmine brand. But she said the prosecution actually say something about streamlining jury instructions before revealing their true motive to avoid any confusion as to the operative agreement for count one, aka the alleged agreement Combs must have entered into with a conspirator to be guilty. Megan goes on to say the racketeering conspiracy charge is the weakest charge against Combs, and prosecutors apparently realized that. She says Combs causing someone to commit an act does not count as an agreement. He and another have to have agreed to participate in enterprise affairs through racketeering. So, is this going to be good for Diddy or bad for the prosecution? Look, I'm not on the jury. I don't know a thing other than what I read or watch. And to me, it's just not a good look to switch things up at the end. We'll see how this plays out. You know what I mean? It's a mess. I will say this. I don't know how I feel about the defense not calling anyone to testify. They could have called some professionals as far as psychiatrists, counselors, or something to speak about Diddy's alleged uh, drug use. And in my opinion, he's absolutely an ex addict. And for them not to do that, I don't know if the defense is just sure that they have enough to cause reasonable doubt. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I'm not sure how the jury will take that. Will they take it like no need for the defense to put anybody on the stand because the prosecution failed? Or will they say, damn, nobody stepped up? You couldn't get anybody? So we'll see. Doomsday is near for Diddy as far as guilty or not guilty. You guys drop down in the comment section. Let me know if you feel like Diddy is guilty or not guilty. Let me know your thoughts on them dropping some of these charges or streamlining things. Let me know if you feel like this case was just too damn long. I think they are in week 6. I will say, me personally, it really did seem like a lot of it had to do with X. We know more about this man's freaky activities than anything. So we'll see. I will be covering the verdict. I'll be going live, all of the above, so we all can give our thoughts on whether they have found him guilty or not guilty. But also let me know your thoughts about this SA lawsuit filed against Justin Combs. That Bugsby got it out for the brothers, child. Are there any other attorneys? This is the same attorney that tried to get Jay-Z and failed. This is the same attorney that filed that lawsuit against Shannon Sharp. And now he is going after Diddy's son. Diddy, your ass, if you get found not guilty, you need to go ahead and just leave the country ASAP. Because I think this shit gonna be going on for quite some time. The men that's suing Diddy, that does that Bugsby outlined in what I just read to you guys. One is saying that he was assaulted by Diddy. The other is saying that Diddy watched, encouraged, and directed the activities. Now, that's what a lot of those paid entertainers had to endure. And I'm not saying they endured it in a bad way, but they were paid to have X with Jane and Cassie and Diddy sat in the corner and watched. So I think that that second one may be somebody that was mentioned in the court case that Diddy is currently in. I don't know. I guess we shall see. It's a mess. It's just ill. You know how things just make you just like, ugh. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about all the X, but it looks like it's not going to be over. So, you guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this. This is cray cray, and I don't think that it will be over anytime soon. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.